Z Team. My name is Brian Howard, and I have the pleasure of introducing our teacher this morning, Miss Trisha DeMarcus. Trisha is an incredible networker. She's building a huge team out in St. George, Utah, and I guarantee you're going to get something out of this morning's call today. Trisha's going to teach on the 3E's and the 3P's. So please grab a pad, a pen, and a teammate and take incredible notes and be prepared to be blown away by this incredible teacher, Miss Trisha DeMarcus. Please take it away, Trisha.
There we go. Okay. I was in another company with him. And when I first was approached about this company, I was really, really excited, but also I was very anti-network marketing. So even though I was about the product, I was one of those people, which you're going to run into many when you are out there, who just shut down at the sight of a network marketing company. Which this is not, right? This is not, but it will feel the same in the beginning to people. So one thing that he told me was, what do you hate about it? He wanted to know what was my DNA about network marketing. And my issue with it was that people were just sending me videos. People would fake friend me, want to go to lunch, and then present me with something. People I hadn't talked to in 20 years are trying to sell me makeup and things in my inbox. And in fact, even with this company, I had 2 people that are on this team send me videos without even a word, just shoot me videos in my inbox, which I can guarantee you I did not watch. It took someone to personally call me and talk to me as a friend, and be open and real for me to be able to listen to that. So he talked about how life was a network, and if I could do it the way I wanted to, how would it look like? And so he really took me under his wing. He saw me, and one of his famous quotes is, "Make people feel special." And it's not about making people feel special. They are special, and people want to be seen, and people, that's what helps people really build that relationship. And so one of the things for me is that networking is really life. It's about just building relationships, and people, I don't know if you've noticed, they're all around us. They're everywhere. And so really, it's just being confident enough to get out in life and share and be excited and meet people where they're at. So have you guys ever heard of Mel Robbins? I'm going to get off. I like gallery view better. There you go. So Mel Robbins has some really good books, and I would recommend, one of them is The 5-Second Rule. And what is the other one? I can't think of it. Lacey J, you know.
The High Five Habit.
The High Five Habit. So if I was going to read 2 books, those are the 2 that I would highly recommend. And in there, she talks about a RAS. Has anyone heard of a RAS? It's your reticular activating system. It's a part of your brain. It's right back here. And what it does is it filters information from your subconscious to your conscious. So, for example, if you guys decided you wanted to buy a car and you started researching what kind of cars you wanted, what would you find? Like, all of a sudden, you see that car everywhere, right? Same thing. Basically, our brain filters out so much information, because if we didn't have any filters there, it just tells us what's important to us. Because if we had open filters, we would just be overwhelmed and overstimulated with how much information is out there. So basically, we can program our brain to tell it what's important and what to look for. And one of the experiments in this book is to start looking for hearts. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll test this out. And this was a couple years ago, and I'm going to start looking for hearts. And that's one of the experiments she suggests. And sure enough, you'll start seeing hearts everywhere. It's kind of one of the things I do on my social media every day. You find it in your food, on a walk, hearts are everywhere. So when this came along, I am really busy. Like Colette said, I'm on an advisory board of another company. I'm help run a big community podcast. I have my hand in a lot of things that are important to me. But when this came along, it was something I got really excited about, because this is a huge opportunity. And so I decided I have to put some energy towards this. But what I was going to do is set my RAS to look for opportunities, because they're everywhere. And if you are aware of when an opportunity shows up to you, then you can take action on it. So this week, I'm just going to share with you a couple examples of how opportunities showed up for me. So the very first time, and what I mean by opportunities is it could just be someone friend requesting you on Facebook. That happened to me. I got a friend request. I looked at it and I decided to say, hello, thank you for friend requesting me. You look really familiar to me. Have we met? And I commented on something that was on her page. And she responded back. She'd kind of been searching around looking, and she was kind of stalking my page. And she just said, actually, I've been with the company for a lot of years, and I actually would love to get some insight from you. So I said, sure. We got on a call and we connected and had a couple hours conversation, to be honest, about everything, and built that relationship. And one thing I told her after, when she was looking for something new and looking to switch, is I told her that I had something that I was actually really excited about. And I did something which I'm going to teach you guys today about the 3E's and the 3P's. So with the 3E's, if you have a pen and paper, let's write this down. Okay. So the 3E's are excitement, exclusivity, and edification. So the first thing I did is I was really excited about the opportunity that I had. Because if you approach somebody and you're not excited about it and you're kind of hemming and hawing and you're like, well, there's something here. And no, I was really excited about this opportunity because I knew it didn't matter what she did. This is something she could integrate into whatever she has going on. And it was exclusive. We have something extremely exclusive here. Nobody else has ever even done it before. That's exciting. That is really exciting. And I edified it. I edified the people involved. I edified the company. And then I did something that's called the 3P's. And that is, I piqued interest. Now, when I piqued interest means I didn't just throw up on her. I didn't tell her every single detail and just, no way, no way. I did not do that. I gave her a little interest, told her I would love for her to take a look at it. So basically the 3E's are pique interest and you pass. And the other P is present. So I passed it on to somebody else to do the presentation. Now, by somebody else, that could be a video, but I also asked permission. You always ask permission before you share videos. You don't just dump videos to people. You ask if they're open, if they're willing to take a look. And then I presented through, this was a big leader. She has 45,000 people on her team. So I need to get her to someone at the top, which is what I did. And that's what you guys all have the opportunity to do here too. We are so in the beginning. Look, there's 22 people on this screen. That's it. So you have the opportunity to pass to anybody above. And she's excited and she's going to fly out to Salt Lake and she's going to meet the owners. And that's when you know someone's really excited about it. Another example of an opportunity is this week I had to go into an office. I work in the DNA field, and I went into a medical office, and she's one of my clients. And I came in there for some genetic stuff, and she ended up having a cancellation, and she had an hour. And so we were just kind of catching up and we were talking, and I was never going to bring this up to her. But she started talking on a business coach and streams of income. And so I was sitting right there with my purse and I said, yeah, I'm looking for multiple streams of income too. I said, I actually found something that has me really excited. And it's nothing I ever thought I would ever be involved in. And I pulled out my card. That's the most ultimate piquing of interest, if you ask me. That card, that's all you got to do to pique interest. That's my number one thing I do. Oh, she's getting on the phone right now, actually. So what I said was, hey, I have something I'm really excited about. And that's what it took. And that night she signed up, and the next day she asked to come back and do a presentation for everybody in her office. So again, looking for opportunities, they're there. Just being aware of, oh, okay. And I'm going to take action if they present themselves. The biggest thing too, like the easiest way to pique interest with this card is you're going out to eat with everybody. You're out in the group. You guys Venmo me. I have this card. I want to get points. Why? It's just so easy to have out. I'm at a coffee shop, and that's the thing. We run into a friend, and it's, if we're anywhere, it's, have you gotten a Transact card yet? Do you have one of these yet? And just get excited about it. And they're like, no, what is that? Oh my gosh, you have to get this. It's like seriously doubling my money. It's stretching my money. I have 7,000 points. It's been 3 weeks. I don't even know. I get really excited about it. It's facts. One thing too is, when you do get excited, and it's easy to throw up on people, it really is, because you're so excited and it comes out of you and you just want them to know all the information. Whew, if you can rein it in and you can sit back a little bit with posture, it'll completely change the energy of it, and you just pique that interest. But there's a saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. But you can turn people away that might be the right person. You can turn people off. And there's something about planting seeds. Some people will, some people won't. And it really is so what? Which took me a long time to realize. This might not be for everybody. But guess what? Every single person I know has a debit card. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't have a debit card. And literally doesn't want to save money or make their dollar stretch. So really, it's just getting out of your own way and being in life and sharing. Talking about the 3E's and the 3P's, there's someone on the screen actually there's double of them, Lacey and her mom, Luann. Luann, I'm going to actually, if you're open to sharing, because Luann is a master at this. She completely does this, and she has Lacey Johnson here, who's one of my leaders, completely and totally busy every day. So Luann, what are you doing? What's your secret?
Well, I guess it's my mindset is just like you said, everybody's got a debit card. So show people what this can do for them, what it can do for their kids, how easy it is, and how fun it is. I mean, I had a friend that just really was didn't even want to talk about it, but I let it go for a while, and then I went back and talked to him a little bit more, and they finally saw it. It is hard for me to reel back in and not give them too much information at first. And so my big thing I keep telling myself is keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. And I've asked some of my cousins to hey, help me out here and get a card and see what you think about it. And then my one cousin said, but wait a minute, can't I do it as the business too? And I said, yes, you can. So I think we just have to be very sociable, very comfortable with them. Don't feel a matter of urgency on this. But just if you talk to 2 or 3 people a day, you're going to get some results.
Lacey J, how are you helping her?
Actually, probably the last week, we've actually been getting together personally. I mean, luckily she lives 3 minutes away from me, but either I go to her house or she comes to my house, and we kind of do blitzes, or we kind of just get on and go, okay, what's going on today? We're getting on the Zoom today, and then who are we talking to today? And who have you already talked to? And then we literally are sitting down and getting on Zooms with people and walking them through the system, especially if they want to do the business side or the income opportunity, because we want to make sure that we're teaching to teach, right? So we're taking the time right now because I don't want to have to clean up later. So we're really taking the time to just walk people through it. And I mean, when there always is a little bit of urgency because of where we're at and where we have until November. We want to get as many people looking at this opportunity as we can. But it's speeding up to slow down speeding up to slow down. It's like we are excited. And I mean, even last night, me and Trish were with a couple of people last night, and we just get excited and we just start telling them. And, there are certain people I feel like you can do that with, where you can kind of throw up all over them and tell them everything, right? But then there's the ones you really got to reel it in and just be very simple, very just to the point, of like, this is what it is. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, it's okay type thing. I'm looking at it as the only people who don't want to do this is people who will not buy online, that will not buy anything online, and the ones that are stuck on their whole flyer miles and they don't want to get off their credit cards. And that's okay, because there's plenty of people out there that don't do that. Those are the only two people that I've found so far that have said, wait, what is this? This could be for everybody. And it really is. I mean, well, you have to be 18 and have a social security number 2, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's everybody you could talk to about this. So it's really easy to talk to people and just keep it simple, especially if you're just talking to them as a customer. That is a simple conversation. When now they're interested in the income part, then it's like, okay, let's talk for a few more minutes, or let's talk tomorrow. Like, let me send you some videos, like get your head wrapped around it type things. So, yeah.
And it's third party credibility is what it is. And, who she's talking about is last night we went to something called Self-Love Club. So I love to look at community events. I love to look at what's going on, activities. And that's where I'm going to go spend my time, is around other people. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to network. And it really is not to sell or anything like that. It's to meet people and build relationships. And so after Self-Love Club, we decided to go get an Ever Bowl, which is basically a ACI bowl. And while we were there, we had one of our friends come, and there's someone else on the team you'll meet eventually, L-Dub at Lacey Wall. And she had already talked to her friend like a month ago a little bit about this, just kind of, piqued some interest. Which, by the way, follow up, fortunes in the follow up. Let me tell you that. So she was there, and I got to put it back on gallery for me. There we go. She was there, and as I'm buying my Everbowl, I turned to her name is Brooke, and I turned to Brooke and I said, "You got one of these yet? Have you heard about this?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, girl, we got to talk, right? We got to talk." So when we sat, she's like, "What is it?" So we started telling her, and then she says to Lacey, "Weren't you telling me about this before?" And I said, and Lacey's out, "Yeah, I was." So her eyes, as it went on, and we did, I would say we puked on her, but not really, because you can read body language. You can see if people are shut down, if they're engaged. Her eyes were huge. She kept asking questions. She was excited. Actually, by the end, she said, "Send me everything you got." Her brain was going. We sat outside for probably an extra hour, and she just kept saying, "Oh my gosh, and this person, and this person, and this person." Her wheels were spinning, and now she's not going to sleep she won't sleep for a while now. I already know that. Once you start thinking, you're not going to be able to sleep.
I love the part when she said, "I haven't even watched the videos, and I know everything. I don't even want to watch the videos," because we explained everything, the excitement. She's like, "I don't even need to watch the videos." I loved that, because it was like she was getting everything she needed from just our energy and our excitement. And, the system worked, because we were third party for Lacey, the other Lacey, third party for the other Lacey. And then we had a second person there that was listening in and was just going to be a customer. And all of a sudden she turns to me and is like, "Wait, should I do this as the business side?" So it's just people hearing it from more than one person. Sometimes that third party is huge.
Which is great. If you can lock arms, if you have some friends in town that you can connect with and build with, it makes it so much more fun, and you can go out in life and you can support each other. Even another person last night at Self-Love Club that we had in the beginning reached out to, who was a fellow, just someone who we've built with in the past, and it was timing for her. And that is a big thing. It's sometimes timing isn't right. I wanted her to have a founder position though. So in the beginning I was like, "You gotta look, right? I want you to look at this. I want you to have a founder position." And she had lost her grandmother. It just wasn't the time, but she was at self-love, and we sent videos, and the video actually turned her off. She's like, I don't like the e-com. It just turned her off. But again, I knew her close enough so I could say, Angie, I have the card. Excuse me. I have the card in hand. Look at this. If anything, you need to be a customer. You got to be a customer of this. And by the end, she's like, it's just the videos turned me off. You know how I am. We got to connect and talk about it. So, okay, yeah, let's go connect and talk about it. Let's go get a coffee. So it really is about meeting people where they're at, building relationships, being excited. This is exclusive. Edify what you got going on. Have some posture about it, because you can. You guys are in the beginning of something that is going to be a household name. I know it's going to be a household name because here's another example. Last week, I was going to do a DNA swab. Someone was up in Salt Lake, found me online, messaged me, and she had listened to a podcast episode I was on, and she messaged me and said that she wanted to do a DNA test. So I went to a coffee shop, met her, never met her in real life before. Again, as I'm paying for something, I didn't say, do you have a card? I actually just used my card, and she saw the card and she said, my friend was just telling me about this before I came down to St. George. A random stranger who I met in a coffee shop had already heard about this card. And we have not even launched yet. This is going to be a huge word of mouth thing, especially when customers are going to be getting $500 basically to refer other customers. It's going to be like rapid wildfire. When that store is up, woo! All you have to do is show and tell. And that's the thing. Amateurs sell. Professionals show and tell. So you just got to show something that you're excited about. All right. Is there anybody on here that has anything that they would like to share, show, questions? Colette?
Yeah, I want to add some things here. Some of the things Trish said, wasn't she amazing? Like literally she could talk all day and you guys could listen all day because she's just got that voice and that perfect energy. You know, she is amazing. One thing that they do that you've probably heard is they get out and about. They see a lot of people. You see people, you meet people, do the meetup groups, find ways to meet people out and about, because there is so many people that will want to hear about this. Like she said, everyone's going to have this card. There might be a few. Lacey, I think, said this. They've estimated like 5%, 3 to 5% of adults are not going to want this card. Maybe because they only want to do cash, or maybe they are stuck with that credit card that they think is going to finally get them that $300 ticket after they spend $30,000. You know, I mean, there's just a mindset change. And did you hear how never take no as a no, because you don't know where they were at when you first talked to them, or you don't know what they were thinking when you gave them that video. The video isn't always the answer. The other thing is know the person you're talking to. So if you get to know them, it's that personality thing, right? They may not like a video. They might want to just visit with you about it. Okay. Get out of your own way. So many times we have something, no, that person's not going to want to do this. No. Shut it off. Shut that voice off, because you're just going to keep talking yourself out of talking to people. And that's not who we are. We're about building relationships and getting this amazing card in front of people, because it's going to save them money, and they're going to be able to reach out to that person and that person and that person. And that's what the beauty of this. You don't have to really talk to that many people eventually, which you still will, because we love this, but really your people are going to be talking to you, those people, and it just is the fire is going to around this United States first and then the world. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And if anyone else has anything that happened with them this week, also, I want to mention, I know someone on here said, I can't wait to get my card, and then I'm going to do it. He just sent me a message a minute ago. Just know your card is coming. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you. A guy who's very, very close, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but very close to senior VP, he just now got his card. And he doesn't even live in the United States. Of course, he has a social security number and everything, but he's working from the Dominican Republic. Republic sharing this. We all can do this. We have it in our hands and we're right here. So just don't hold back. Whatever you do, it is coming. This company is unreal. The things they're doing behind the scenes, you guys just hang in there. We got 3 months and I call it very close to perfection. The app that's coming out is going to do so many things and change. It's a game changer. Right now, of course, we're having some glitches and stuff. We won't have that software soon. We have an amazing, amazing team of tech people that are out there that are just like, I mean, I know the person that brought it to him, okay? And he's like, the tech people said, this site is going to blow your mind. And this tech team, they're not cheap. 80,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
80,000 a month. If you know that this company is paying for that, you know, big things are coming. The app, like I said, is a game changer. It will be able to get rid of all these glitches because instead of working from your individual phone, whatever browser you're on and whatever, you know, type of phone you have and all these things, it's going to go away because the app is going to be going from its inner workings. It doesn't have to have the end user stuff going on. So just know, you guys, we have something huge in our hands, and it's not like a company that tells you, we're going to get a new back office software. We're going to, and then 3 years down the road, you still don't have that software. That's not this company, because guess what? They want this to work too. And they know that come November, we've got to have it very, very close to perfect, or, you know, it's not going to work. So they know they're putting lots and lots of money into this. So I just wanted to give you those back end sites so that you can grab onto it and run, because I wouldn't wait. Anyway, anyone else have anything to add? Trish?
You just made me think of something about not waiting. And there's 3 types of people, right? So there's people that make things happen. There's people that watch things happen. They sit back and wait and watch. And then there's people that wonder, what the hell just happened? Be the person that makes things happen.
Love it.
And give people that chance to get to make that decision, right? Getting out of our own way, like Colette and Trish have taught, getting out of our own way, because if Colette wouldn't have came to us and said, you guys take a look at this, and kind of, you know, we all kind of at first were like, but she's like, no, really, you guys, this is for you. Take a look at it. You know, we're going to thank Colette for the rest of our lives for showing this to us. But if she wouldn't have thought, you know, she would have thought, oh, we've done something with them before. They're doing their own thing. They're busy. They're not going to do it. And she got in her head, right? And got in her own way. She wouldn't have come to us. We wouldn't have had this opportunity. So you've got to give people the opportunity to say yes or no. So.
Amen to that. Thank you, Lacey, for sure. And I could have said, no, I'm not going to them, because they, like I said, they have 5 or 6 other things that they got going on. They're busy, but everyone's still searching for different things. So don't prejudge, just talk, build the relationship. Like Trish said, do what you do.
One last thought. This right now is a gig economy. Have you heard of that? Okay. Everybody's looking for a side gig. That's why there's so many Uber drivers. That's why there's so many people out there delivering food. Everyone's looking for a little extra income. How easy is this? This is way easier than having to do that.
For sure. For sure. And, you know, even as just a DBO, I don't want to say just a DBO, because guess what? On a DBO, you can share this with customers and still do well. You know, there's just so many things that this is going to bring to the table. You can choose to do that. If you don't have time to actually build a big team, you can still do this by, you know, being that banker of customers. And it can explode for you that way too. So if anyone else has anything to add, let's do it. Otherwise, we are right at 8:30 my time, which is where we usually draw the line, but I will keep the line open if you have any questions or anything to add. Mark?
I just want to say thank you, ladies. That was excellent training and stuff. And I've been around for a while, but that was on the point. Good way to go. The 3 P's, 3 E's, got everything written down. Look out this week. I'm going to kill it. Thank you, ladies.
Awesome. Speaking of that, Mark, thank you so much for all that. And I know you're on fire already. So this really is lighting you. I know. Let's not. If you want to do the 90-day challenge, the 90-day run to Vegas, I know I have many names already written down, but I'm going to be posting on the Facebook page of all the people that have signed up that want to be held accountable. And if your name's not on there, please let me know. I will be dividing us up into teams for that Sunday night call, that quick 5-minute call. So I do need to know who's interested in doing that. But this is going to be amazing. And I just love and appreciate every single one of you. And if you have anything you need, please reach out and I will find the answer, whether it's through Esther or Brian or Trish or whoever, or if I have to go up to Eric Allen or even Peter Yancey, one of my best friends. He is now one of my best friends. I keep him in my back pocket all the time. So anyway, thank you guys so much. And let's have a great week. And we'll talk to you soon. See you on Wednesday night.
Great teaching, Trish. Thank you so much.
Good job, Trish.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Awesome.